2.
Hold on, let me start the timer.
1. Zero.
Hold on. We're not ready. Okay, I started it. I start the timer. You start it now. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn off my light. No, it's too far. All right.
You sent me a TikTok right now. Oh no, that was a while ago.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to episode 5. This is Imagine Your Life with a Cock in it. I just put a space between in it. I don't like that. All right, ready? Imagine your life with a cock in it. All right, imagine your life with a cock in it.
This is the take,
All right.
Gabe.
This is it.
We're method acting for our podcast intro.
Wait, you're gonna put this in?
Yeah, I'm probably going to. It'll probably
Don't
be like a.
put it in. Don't. Put it
It'll
in.
be like a
Don't.
Twitter clip.
We're
It'll be a Twitter
5
clip.
episodes in and we're fucking it up. If
Dude, we're
people
not
saw that,
fucking it up.
they would not trust us. All right, 3, 2, 1.
We're professionals.
Welcome back. Shh, dude, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Okay.
Dude, we're so dumb.
Dude, okay.
It's
3,
fine.
2, 1. Stop. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to episode 5. This is Imagine Your Life with a Cock in it. Okay. There it is.
And
intro
scene.
done. Intro done. Scene done. Cut it. Whatever you're gonna do. Chop out the first minute. Hopefully you don't put it in, because we fucked up the intro for a minute. But this is episode 5. This is getting out of a slump and block schedules. That shit's gonna be very important. And motivation as well. We got to stay motivated. How do you stay motivated? How do you keep working so hard? You know what I mean? Like the Mike Tysons. Like how do they work? How does somebody work out for 25 years without quitting once? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Right.
But yeah. So the very first one, getting out of a slump. Okay. Let me turn on my mic here. Above. Let's start us off. How do you get out of a slump? What is the first step to getting out of a slump?
Identifying that you're in a slump would be the step.
Okay, that's a start. So, what do you think are some ways we'd identify how to getting out of a slump? You know what I mean? Like
Okay,
when do you think somebody can recognize that they're in a slump? The most obvious.
Well, you can't say that you're in a slump if you don't see any visual improvement though. So like it is hard to recognize if that's your main source is visual indicators. So like rank systems and Kovac scores and shit like that, like that's visual indicators. Like it's the same way as if you were to be like a content creator or something, where if you were to post a video and maybe this video didn't do as good as the other ones, then like you think, oh, I'm in a slump. Nothing's really going on. Nothing's really progressing.
That's an interesting take. So it's like in order to identify a slump, you have to assess whether or not you're putting in the work at all.
Right. You have to think, is this video or is this rank demotion, is this loss on me? Like, am I not doing what I should be? Or
right. Instead of grading the work on the stats or the visual indicators, you're grading the work based on the time you put in. Right. So if you're putting in a shit ton of time and you're not seeing a lot of results, maybe you need to think about changing it up. You know what I mean?
Or maybe you're putting in the wrong kind of time,
Right. Or maybe you're focusing your mentality somewhere else, and that's what's causing you to go into a slump. You know what I mean?
Right. And that kind of goes along with, like, when you identify if you're in a slump, you have to stay away from those visual indicators, and you have to start asking yourself questions about the practice that you're doing.
The why questions.
Right. Like, oh, my aim was so good this day. Why is it not good today? Or why this and this and this, right? Maybe you're not practicing with intensity, right? So you start asking those questions for yourself. You're like, okay, did I not, like, why did this happen? Was I not taking it seriously? Or was I not sticking to my regimen? Was I not doing this and this?
Yeah, this episode is
Hard
going to be a
doing
lot
all
of
those
why
things.
questions.
Yeah.
100%. Just a lot of self reflecting on a lot of the things. Like getting out of a slump is just asking the why questions. Is what I think personally. It's like if you're in a
Essentially.
slump, you gotta be like, why am I in the slump? We're like, okay, well, I'm playing bad. Why am I playing bad? Am I not practicing enough? A bunch of why questions lead to the who, what, where, when, and why. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it in that order. I don't even know if it's in that order, but it's the web's depth of knowledge. I don't know. We'll link an image. Who knows?
At
But
some point,
the web's
maybe.
depth of knowledge we'll probably talk about in another episode because that shit can be talked about in a full length episode because it's
Easily.
literally insane because it's the BBCers fucking Bible at that point. It literally is. It's the BBC or Bible. BBCers, for anybody who is uninformed, we have a lot of cock jokes on this podcast. I just realized that.
Really do.
But for BBCers, it's broken by concept. So we, you know what I mean? We like to break things down by the concept. I'll explain that in further detail later. But getting off topic. So moving back to getting out of your slump, it's identifying it. It's just recognizing that, you know what I mean? Like if you have a massive loss streak, you know what I mean? You're not there's going to be games that you can't win, but I think the slump is more or less like you are queuing up in the wrong mentality and you're just like consistently just like in the wrong mindset for the game. You know what I mean? Like you're
Right.
just like slumps are formed from your decisions that you choose to like make for yourself. Like if you're losing all your games and you're putting yourself in a bigger slump, it's because you're not doing the right things to prep
And
for those games. Like you're not.
it's also due to a lot of people not understanding that things like losing it's just a part of the game, right? So maybe you do go on like a 5 game loss streak, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're in a slump.
Right. That's hard to identify as well. As like the game. It's okay. Here's my advice. If you want to get a better mindset for losing, I recommend just understanding that the losses are inevitable. If you can understand the concept, like you are bound to lose it, you're not gonna like your climb is not gonna look like a steady slope. Never will. Never
Right.
will look like a steady
There's
slope.
not a
It's not.
single
It's
Ridian in the game that has never lost.
yeah, that has gone from platinum or gold or diamond or whatever it is, and just hit radiant like over just playing 200 games. All the just increase like not possible. Like they've failed. Everybody's lost a game, but it's like what you do after the loss is what creates is what like what sets the good players from bad players pretty much. Like if you are not like say someone puts in 1,000 games of Valorant, of course the passive XP will build over time. But like saying that you put 1,000 games into Valorant and that one person who also puts in 1,000 games is learning from those 1,000 games, he's gonna be 10 times better than you because he's learned from the 1,000 games and you just put in 1,000 games. The difference, right? You have to like
Right.
balance it. But yeah, I think. Hold on. How long have we been into the slumps? I think 7 minutes. We've only been 7 minutes into slumps. How can we stretch this out longer? Okay, so we got identifying slumps. We got examples of slumps. We got to say how can you protect yourself from getting into slumps?
Right. Well,
Question your practice. We could talk more about intensity.
we can always talk about how to get
Intensity.
out of the slump too, since that's kind of the
Oh yeah,
topic of
well
the
no, if
video.
yeah, true. There's a lot of things you could do to get out of a slump. I think the one okay, so personally, and then Above's gonna talk personally as well. But for me personally, I recommend if you are not like looking to question anything that you're doing or wanting to seek knowledge as a form, like if you're not like if you're not trying to be super nerdy about it, all you have to do is increase the work you're doing. That's it. Just make everything that you're doing harder on yourself so you'll be more
Right.
consistent over time. It's my advice, at least. Above, you
Right.
can
And like
give
personally
us.
from my experience of being in a slump, it was never like, oh, well actually the easiest way for me to get out of the slump was accepting that I was in the slump because it's hard to accept it and you think, "Oh, well, it's probably not that I'm just not doing enough work. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. It's just not working. Some people think like that, and some people won't change it up because of that, and they'll stay in their slump. That's why you'll see people in platinum who are really fucking good in platinum. We call them the gatekeepers. But like they'll never get out of platinum. Like they'll be stuck there for a long time. Same thing with diamond and like immortal and silver and gold. Like every rank has those people.
right? Where you question whether or not they should be fucking radiant,
Right.
and they're just gatekeeping themselves because they have to.
Because they choose
Um,
not to improve. They choose not to accept that they're in that slump.
True. Damn, slumps are hard. Slumps are definitely difficult to identify, and I don't think if you go on a massive lush, you just say, "Yeah, I'm in a slump." Like we
It
said
has to be
countless
over a long
times.
period of time. It has to be over like a
Yeah,
couple days at least.
it has to be when you queue up and you're just not feeling right for that queue. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's other ways. There's other ways to get out of slumps too that don't require. And slumps in life too are very dangerous. Let's talk about life slumps. Let's talk about life slumps, not just game slumps. Let's talk about life slumps. Like being in a slump in your life is like so difficult because you know you've tasted success. You've had this glorious taste of just like you doing everything that you know you wanted to be doing. Pretty much, it's like say you want to be aim training 2 hours a day. Say you want to wake up at 4 in the morning, aim train 2 hours a day, and then
Just
meditate for 15 minutes, take some coffee, and play 3 games in a block schedule and vaudeville all at the same time, right?
right.
And you do all this and you're doing it consistently for over a long period of time, and then you get into a slump, and you get into a slump, and you stop doing it. You know what I mean? You start getting lazy, you start putting on a little bit of weight, start eating junk food. But it's like those slumps, they're very dangerous because it's like how you gotta identify. That's what it is. It's the
It's
trick.
it's really
You
dangerous
have to.
too because you like well first of all we call that being in just like your prime, like when you were at your peak performance and like nothing in your day would stop you from doing what you wanted to do, that kind of shit. And like you go and you do it and you do it and you like work as hard as you can, and every time like a lot of times you'll go back to that when you're in your slump and look at it and be like, how was I able to do all that, you know? And it's because you're starting to
Yeah.
think of it as work again, and it's not. It's work, but it's not work if you really enjoy it and if you're doing it for the right reasons.
And every time you fail during that, and you fail from the slump, that's the beauty of it, and that's something that a lot of people need to recognize is when they have their biggest, like every person who's became successful had their biggest failure first before they really became successful. They had their biggest failure, like Elon Musk with his business, right? Elon Musk he had two businesses. You guys have probably heard the story before, but he had two businesses, and they were both going bankrupt. And he said he had $1 million. He could put those $1 million in a one business, or put them both into two and take the odds, right? And that right, he just decided, hey, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna trust myself. And then he had his lowest point of his life, and then he fucking boom jumped up, richest person in the world. You know Elon Musk. I know Elon Musk. He's like the fucking Iron Man of real life. But you gotta have your biggest failure, man. That's the slump. Slump is just identifying the slump. What made you um get to where you're at now, and how can you get back to where you were? Once again, it's just asking the questions. I will not emphasize this enough. Please, just look at everything you do. Not everything you do, but take a moment to look at yourself objectively, no matter what it is, bro. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's what you want to be doing. Because
Even though
here on
it's
the podcast,
hard.
we do not. Yeah, it's hard as fuck, but we do not here on the podcast. We do not endorse people to be like living their lives the way they don't want to.
Right,
There's a
right.
moment in your life where you can live the way you want to. Do it. Go for it.
Like
Seek
personally, if you're happy doing absolutely nothing and working your 9 to 5 at Walmart, and then coming home and lazying up with the boys or going out every other week to drink with your friends or whatever, and that's what genuinely makes you happy, as long as you're doing it in like a healthy way and that's really what you want, then like that's fine,
100%. Just know, just you know what I mean. Just question it. I don't even know. Like, there's two things, two advice. The two best advice I'd give to anybody if they wanted to change their life. Don't give up on the things you love, and look at yourself objectively. Always, 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 always. Because that's the best way to get out of the slump. And that's not even in. We won't even talk about the slump. We'll put that aside. That's the best thing in life. Like the ask the why questions, man? It's like we never do that enough because you're finally gonna realize how simple things are when you start to ask the why questions. It's like, oh right, I failed at Valorant, and then you have this thought in your head. Why did I fail? Now boom, you spark a whole new world that you've never seen before, and you just keep asking yourself questions. Why did I fail? Okay, I peaked this wrong. Why did I peak this wrong? You start to get the concepts. You start to go down the line. It's like a tree, and you grow every time you ask the questions, right? And the bigger the tree, the smarter the person, right? You just keep doing it. You keep working towards your goals. I can't emphasize, hopefully you can understand just a portion of what I'm talking about, because it's like, just ask the fucking why questions, for the love of fuck. Ask the why questions. If you're not asking why, then get the fuck out. Leave. Click off the video. Now. Moving on to the next subject. This one would be called staying motivated. And motivation is such a fucking horrible word. If you're a motivator, get the fuck out. Look, Kobe Bryant wasn't motivated. Sorry to tell you this, bub. Kobe Bryant had no motivation. It was a desire to win. It wasn't a motivation. He's not motivated to win. He wants, but he said it in an interview. There's no other word to there's no other word to describe the determination he had, buddy. He just had to say motivation for simple-minded people like you. So if you're motivated, leave. Come back when you desire this shit.
You should be
come back when you're wanting to kill somebody for this shit. Understand?
That's what I'm saying.
If you want to improve, you gotta come back with the right mentality for it, motherfucker. Not to just stay motivated. Leave now and come back when you're ready, bitch.
Damn.
Anyways, staying motivated. We put this in quotation because, like I said, motivation is not a good
motivation
word
is a fallacy
to describe it. It's a fallacy, no doubt. It's not real. So, I know above you have some desire to be driven towards your goals, no doubt. So, what would you think you would describe or replace with the words motivation? What would be your term? Your verb, noun, whatever it's called.
Well, there's a couple different ones, but like mainly it's just drive. Like you're just sitting there and you're like, this is what I want, and you know it, and you set your eyes on it, and that's your drive isn't like, ooh, this is gonna be so awesome when I'm there. It's like, that's just what I want. Like I just need that, you know?
Ooh, very true.
Like if I don't get that, then nothing else is worth it. Like nothing else is worth this amount of work.
Right. So true. So true. That's the perfect way to describe motivation, is just how bad do you want it? Like, there's a point where it doesn't become motivation anymore. It becomes like a desire to be the best, or desire to be the best you, or the desire to be just better than you were yesterday, whatever it is. I think that's our desire. I think me and above, we don't reflect on the reason why we are driven. I actually know we have in the past many times. We always used to say, like, because here's the thing. This is gonna go in our next subject, and it's the dopamine, and your brain plays a big role, the dopamine plays a big role in the motivation aspect, because we're gonna keep calling it motivation until you desire, because I guarantee you a lot of you want it, but you don't want it bad enough, right?
Right.
And it's like this plays into a lot of. We always question this. We always question it all the time. Why the fuck do me and above wake up at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning to aim train, to click on circles for 2 hours a day, or 2 hours out of the day? The first thing that we do is we get up, don't even take a shower, and we just hop on the PC, and then we just click on circles for 2 hours long. It's unreal. Literally, if you think about it, it's unreal. And you're like, and we'll put this in the real life
We've
terms.
gotten so many people asking us how we do that, and like we didn't even realize that it was weird. Like we didn't even realize it until people brought it to our attention that was like hard, like for people to do, and just like a lot. Like I remember someone was like, how do you aim train how do you sit there for 60 minutes on Kovacs? I'm like, what do you mean? Makes me better. Why wouldn't I do it? And they were just like,
I remember.
They were like, but it's so
Maroons
boring.
asked you that?
I don't know. It was either Maroons or somebody else. It was probably
Yeah, it must have been somebody else.
Yeah, it was probably like Clouds or something.
But
I remember because it was a Fortnite player,
Another thing too. Another thing too is how. Let's make this applicable to life terms for you guys real quick. Imagine you want to lose weight, or you want to get fit. You're skinny, you're fat, whatever it is, and you see this guy who lifts weights, and he lifts weights for 15 plus years, and you're looking at him like, how does he stay motivated? How does he stay motivated all the time to keep lifting weights? And the crazy part, this is gonna blow your mind, is he enjoys it. That's the crazy part. He actually enjoys it. And it's not like he's going in there and he's groveling in pain. He understands the concept of something, and it's his brain that gives him dopamine in this concept. Is he understands that if he lifts weights, over time he will get bigger.
Right.
And you know this too, but you don't believe it because it's never happened.
Here's the problem, Gabe. I think a lot of people want, and this is a big problem, not just like with gaming or just like it's just people in general. It's just society right now. Everyone wants that immediate gratification, right? Everyone wants that. Ooh, I can.
How to get abs in less than 30
right?
minutes?
Right. I'll scroll on this fucking TikTok and it'll tell me what I want to do every day. I'll watch the TikTok, I'll like the TikTok, and then I'll scroll past because I think about it, but I'm not gonna do it. Right? That's what everyone does.
For the normal people, if I gave you 2 ads, right, and I gave you 2 ads, how to get abs in 7 days and how to actually get abs and over the span of 3 months, which video are you gonna click on?
Definitely a 7-day video, you know?
Days.
Because
7 days.
Because of the lack of discipline. I don't even think they'd click on either because it's too slow. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's too hard. It takes too long, right? Like that's why you scroll through TikTok 7 hours a day and you can't put down your phone, bro.
Oh yeah, that brings me into the viewer challenge. By the way, this video we got out of hand.
Viewer challenge.
Viewer challenge.
We gotta have a theme song,
dude. For real, we gotta have like a whole segment for it. Nah, but
we can make our own guitar riff for it.
That would be, bro. Don't tempt me with those things, cause I.
Okay, go to the viewer.
Anyway, the viewer challenge is. Everyone that has an iPhone, every single one of you motherfuckers, because I know it's like 90% of you, go to screen time on your fucking settings, right? Look at it and see how much time are you on your phone per day, right? And I want you to take this next whole week and half that time. So the amount of time you're putting in, put in half of that amount of time this next week, and then see what happens and see like if you're more productive. Just that's the challenge. Just for 1 week, can you use your phone less?
Right.
Which is,
and if you're,
I think it's quite a challenge for a lot of people.
If you look at the average time as a teenager uses the phone per day or a young adult, it's like 9 hours.
Which is just ridiculous.
9 hours a day. 9 hours a day. I don't
like. Don't get me wrong. We have our breaks, right? We have our Sundays off, right? But let me tell you what my Sunday off screen time was, which is actually probably less than the daily average for people.
Yeah.
My day off was Saturday. It was Saturday. So I had 7.5 hours on Saturday, and I was watching VCT and shows in bed all day, and I still got bored and got on my PC.
Yeah, for me, I was on a total 6 hours and 45 minutes, so I'm 2 hours down from the average.
That's insane.
And I'm 33% down from last week.
That's insane. Like,
so still 6 hours a day. I'm telling you, like we are consumers as well. This is a problem. 6 hours a day. That's a workout. That's a jog. That's a book read. That's
an entire block schedule. That's a
video edited. Stream. That's a video. Like that is so many things, and it's all spent in one day on the phone.
And you know what's really crazy is, it gets worse. Like people are worse on their phones. You know, like people
worse than us.
And it's not even just that. It's the fact that.
So imagine yourself, like
right. It's the fact that you can sit on your phone for 9 hours out of the day and then sleep the other 5 or like 8 or 9 or whatever, and then like don't use anything else in your whole day to be productive. Like I don't know.
Unreal.
I literally cannot do that. Like I literally can't take a day off like that. I don't know. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, challenge, man.
Anyway,
lower your screen
that's the
time.
challenge.
Lower your screen time, please. Turn off your phone. Try to do it as best as you can, man. Because it's bad. Like that's 9 hours a day is the average, guys. Come on.
And think about it. If you could just lower it from 9 to even 6, like that's still 3 more hours in your day. Like think about what you could do with those 3 hours. You know.
Yes. So going back to the workout. You like you said, you want to question how these people work out for 25 years plus, and you know what I mean. They maintain that motivation. It's because they enjoy it. It's because the dopamine, the I don't know the scientific stuff that happens. I'm just gonna explain it to you. I'm gonna dumb it down for dummy terms.
Because they like it.
But basically, what happens is the dopamine. What happens is it's a reward system, pretty much. When you recognize that this gets you results, and you finally get past that boring part, and you have some level of discipline to build to have the brain send the dopamine over from the results, because you know what dopamine your brain wants dopamine, right? And it's asking for the dopamine, and you want to get shredded. Say you're a skinny guy, and the brain says, "Hey, get shredded," and you know that you'll get a lot of dopamine if you get shredded, right? So you go and you work out, and you don't get the dopamine from that, and you're like, "This fucking sucks," right? But if you do it enough over time and you build that discipline, that's why discipline matters, because you can't do things without discipline. You can't do things that you don't want to do that'll improve your life without discipline, right? I always talk about it. Have discipline. We talk about it all the fucking time. But when you push past that point, you get that discipline, you look in the mirror and you get that dopamine, you start to enjoy lifting. And it's weird because that dopamine has come, you're going to recognize that dopamine has come from lifting in the gym. Right. And that's what creates that dopamine. Right. And that dopamine will continue to flow until something interrupts it. So that could be a slump.
It's like if you've ever heard of Newbie Gains, like people that go to the gym for like a month, right? And they just get like they look slimmer, they feel better, you know? The things like that. It's called Newbie Gains, right? And like people that you see it a lot in people that just start going to the gym for the first time.
Right.
But it works the same way with like aim training, right? If I was to Kovacs for the first time for an hour a day for a week, my aim would probably get 2 times better in that week.
Right. And here's the crazy part. Here's also the crazy part. When I talk about, like I said, when your dopamine's interrupted, when you start to slow down and you don't start to see enough results, you'll quit. Because it doesn't seem like it's working anymore. Because of the dopamine that you got from the beginning.
You sit there and you think, this isn't worth it. I'm not gaining anything from this, right? That first week, you're like, oh, damn, my aim's already really good. I don't have to do this anymore. I'll just play the game.
Right?
And, like, that only works if you're the highest rank in the game. That only works if you're not trying to go pro, you know? That only works if you're comfortable staying at that level of play that you're at.
That's a concept that was interesting. I saw it on TikTok too, and a lot of people agreed. It's the concept of every man just wants peace. Isn't that weird? Like every single one of us are working towards, like, my goal, and I will have this goal if it's the last thing I do, is to be able to be 20, 25 years old, 30, 35 years old, laying in the grass in the middle of a park for the entire day. Why? Because I've retired. Because I've made enough money.
He worked so hard that he wouldn't have to do anything. And
exactly. I've worked so hard that I'm 27, 28 years old, laying in the middle of the park, and I could do it for days. I could sit in the middle of the park for days, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to pay bills. I could be a kid again, just like I was back in the day, right? And it's like, that is what I'm working towards. And please, I know you guys, that sounds amazing to you. And because we're all dudes here, I know how you think. We have this like little connection because we're all guys. I'll give you an example. Look, every guy does this. Every guy does this. I'll give you an example. Every guy does this. All of us get out the shower. And we wash our face, we wash our hair, and we wash our balls. But if we have to go back to wash the face, we'll move the spot of the towel so we're not getting where we washed our balls and putting it in where we wash our face. Every guy does this. So I know how you think, and I know you want peace just as bad as I do. So please work towards it. And this isn't motivation. I'm telling you, this is a part of being driven. Is that I'm telling you to have some level of discipline. Because here's the thing: if you make your bed, that's discipline. If you wake up in the morning and you make your bed, that's discipline. If you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, that's discipline. As long as even if it sounds like it's a necessity and it's a need and you got to brush your teeth to stay clean.
At least you were able to do it, you know? At least you were able to do
people who don't.
The bare minimum.
And I'll tell you, there's people who don't because I didn't do it. I didn't take showers at all. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't care about my skin. I do now. I didn't work out back in the day. You need it. Creates discipline. Higher the discipline, higher the work ethic. Really is. Really is. So it's not about motivation.
And
Never
what's
was.
crazy is once you do build that level of discipline, or we're droning on, but once we build that level of discipline, and you can apply that to everything else. So like, basically, let's say you've worked out for 6 months, but now you want to play a video game and you want to get good at this video game, because you are able to like actually put yourself through learning and staying committed to it. You're gonna be able to get really good at that video game because you have.
That's
already
why
put in
Nate
that
Shot
work.
is a higher rank than you.
That's why Nate Shot is insane at Valorant.
That's why Nate Shot is better than you at Valorant, because he's the CEO of 100 Thieves and he's ran a business for so long and he's capable of marketing himself.
He was a COD professional, by the way. If you forgot about
he just
that.
knows. He just knows what it takes to work that hard because he's done it before, right? So it's kind of cool. But you're never gonna get there if you quit, and two, you never.
That's why you see.
Start.
By the way, like that's also why you see all those. So like, there's a bunch of Fortnite players that are quitting Fortnite right now, right? All the professionals or whatever, and they're transferring to Valorant. They're all fucking Immortal Plus in Valorant, just because they were pro in Fortnite. Like they know how to do it in Valorant without even trying. Like it's just ingrained into their memory. It's just a part of who they are now. But anyway,
moving on from motivation. Why people work hard and you don't. What to do when you're seeing success. Ooh. What to do when you're seeing success. So congratulations, you've made it past. It's in chronological order. It really is. Congratulations, you've made it past the first week of gruesome aim training, and you've done it every single day for a week straight, and you're starting to see results. So, Above, take the lead. What do you do with these results?
Okay, well, here's the two most common things that people do with those results, right? Number one, what they do with the results is they go, "Oh, this is working. I'm going to keep doing this." Okay? Number two, by the way, the number one people, very rare. Number two people are going to go and say, "Wow, I did this. This shit was boring as fuck. I got okay, but I don't want to do this ever again." And they're going to quit after a week, you know? And there's a rare number three that will come back to it eventually when they realize that their aim starts to suck again, but
now I'm standing up. Shit serious. I like my microphone. I could put it in the air and stand up.
The teacher is sitting on the desk right now. You know what I'm talking about, Gabe?
Shit, she's angry.
Yeah, I know. When the teacher I'm funny as fuck.
Puts his hands together.
She's looking
puts
down.
One leg out to the side.
Right.
Yeah. She's like,
class, guys.
We failed the pop quiz.
Guys, I got a note from the sub.
Fuck, that's so relatable.
Dude, I got a note from the sub. You guys, it seems you started a fire, caused World War III, and broke out into a zombie apocalypse. Come on,
this
guys.
one, what are we at for time here?
I don't know. You're the one with the timer.
33 minutes. Damn. We got half an hour.
Good thing. Good thing we're just talking about nothing.
Can we talk about block schedules for half an hour?
Maybe this is a quick episode, Gabe.
No, I'm not doing this. It's got to be an hour. If it's not an hour, I give up. Okay? They have to be an hour long. I kid you not right now. I'm literally walking across my room like I'm a petitioner.
Dude, he's pacing back and forth. He's gone insane.
It's good, bro. What do you need?
Talk with you for an hour?
No, something important. What do you need? You want to join the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
All right, what do you have to say?
Bro. I guess so.
What's going on YouTube? What do you have to say?
It's kind of federal.
Oh, let me mute it. Above.
What?
Keep them entertained. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Talk about something. I don't know. Your cat dying. I don't know.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a moment of silence. We're going to take a 5-minute moment of silence. Okay, how did you guys enjoy your moment of silence? Actually wasn't 5 minutes, but I want to see how it clicked off because of a 5 minute moment of silence. Handle 5 minutes. So yeah, basically slumps, like steps, but step by step, basically of getting out of your slump, identifying your slump, staying away from the visual indicators if you aren't already in a slump. Questioning your practice is another way to stay out of one, and keep your routine steady by making changes to slightly increase the difficulty of your routine depending on how long you've been doing it and how easy it's getting. And like basically questioning your practice. All of this will either keep you out of a slump or get you out of it if you're already in one. And if that's not working, then what you're going to have to do is go back to square one and identify why slump to begin with. Always the first step, right? Back to your silence.
All right, good.
Hello?
That's not gonna come out through the microphone. yo, leave. No,
Bro.
no.
Hold on, motivation.
Above.
What?
Why'd you stop talking? You're supposed to be entertaining him.
Bro, I was. I gave him a 5 minute moment of silence after.
You gave him a 5 minute moment of silence? That's not
Yeah.
entertaining him.
No, you gotta understand my thought process though.
What's the thought process?
Okay, so it wasn't actually 5 minutes. It was only a minute, right? But I
Okay.
wanted to see how many people couldn't handle 5 minutes of silence. So I'll go
Are you
through.
still recording?
Yeah, of course. I'll go through
You can say
later.
what you want.
Yeah, I'll go through
Motivation.
later, and I'll check to see how
Motivation
many people
spelled
left.
MW? No, just like
MW.
just like you haven't seen that? It's like red.
Spell red. REW.
R. Basically, motivation. If you need some real motivation and you're looking for a way to get it,
Yeah.
you can't.
Whoa.
Whoa,
What you mean you can't?
The only way you're gonna get motivation is if you get the fuck up and do something.
Whoa.
whoa,
Damn.
damn.
Okay.
No
Base
bad.
takes with
That's it?
Jacob.
I mean, that's not it. Like, it doesn't have to be that extreme. Like,
Oh yes, it does. The
like
more
literally,
extreme,
like
the
people
better.
be like, "Oh, I need something to motivate me." Like, no, you don't. You just need to start doing it. And then once, like, your progress and all that shit will motivate you and keep you going. Like, say you're fat, or you're like, nah, don't say you're fat. That's kind of rude, because we like fat people too. No body shaming,
No,
right?
we don't.
Oh, we don't.
We don't
Oh,
like fat people.
you're blunt in the podcast.
Yeah. We're fat phobic here.
Oh,
100p.
well, Jay Burner's not fat phobic, so say you're skating, and then you're like, dang, I really want to be able to kickflip, but you don't want to do all that shit to learn how to kickflip, and you think like maybe there will be like one little tip that would like you'll be able to land a kickflip tomorrow. No, you have to go through all the process to get there. Same thing if you're fat, you have to go through all the process to get buff. You can't.
So
like,
would you say
there's
there's no
people that
cheat
try,
code
like,
to kick
those,
flipping?
like, ab things like that vibrate your stomach, thinking you're gonna get abs. Like, no, bro, you can't cheat it. You just have to go through the process like everybody else.
Damn.
So then all you gotta do is just start doing it. You fat fuck.
Damn.
Get the fuck up.
But you're not fat phobic.
We're not fat phobic.
No fat.
We're not fat phobic. We're just
get the fuck up.
we're lazy phobic.
Lazy fuck.
Lazy phobic. We're lazy phobic.
Fuck lazy people.
On God.
Jay Burner out. Bro, why do you have my headphones?
The broken ones?
Am I?
Those are broken ones. No, those ones are mine.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Bro, why would I lie to you? Why would I ever lie to you, Gabe? I do not. You say I steal your headphones all the time. I don't.
Gabe?
Yeah. Mimicking you. I mean, that's the thing. You steal my headphones all the time.
So this is really interesting conversation. It seems that Gabe is
I
arguing with his
heard-
brother about the
And then
food
when I say no, you still take
or
it.
about
Fuck
the
no.
headphones.
I never take them.
It seems that they're not really in agreement over here.
Bro, literally one time
And
I was at
that
the house and
Gabe is
you're
very
like,
upset,
"Yo,
and
man,
Jacob's also
no,
upset
you-
about this.
You're like, oh, you have AirPods. I was like, no, I don't. You're like, bro.
Interestingly enough,
Gabe
Gabe had AirPods,
and then I leave.
according
And
to
then I see you
Jacob.
with the headphones. You were like, bro, you're not using them. So
And
why
then
can't I
Jacob
use them?"
said, "Bro, you're not using them, right?" So like, you'd think
But
Gabe
you
would
weren't
just give the
using them.
headphones over, right?
Yeah.
Because if he's not,
Bro, but you didn't.
he's not
use
using
them.
them, then
You have
he
two
could just use them,
pairs.
right?
You have
That's
the
what I would think, at
AirPods
least.
in the wired
Bro, I
ones.
let you. And now they're gone.
Bro, I know. Whoa, no.
And then so now Jacob
They're
is
not
accusing
gone.
Gabe of
You lost
losing
them.
or
I put 'em on
stealing
the
the
box.
AirPods.
Bro,
Permanently. I put them on the box.
Unfortunate.
Permanently.
What box?
The black box that was on there, Mom must have moved them.
So now
I
there's
didn't lose
a
them.
location being brought into question here.
Yeah, you could blame it on Mom.
No, not you. You.
No, you. You blame it on Mom.
Yeah, we now see our
Bro, Mike said, bro. Oh, I didn't steal those ones. Those ones are mine.
So
we now
you
see that
stole
there's been
them.
an issue with the stealing of the AirPods and
No,
the black box that has
no.
been called into question.
Oh, bro.
It just seems that
What the fuck
that
does that
Gabe
mean,
and
bro?
Jacob
You
are
find 'em.
very
You
upset
find
about
'em.
this
You find 'em. You
this
find
brotherly
'em.
incident.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not once would I have
Dang.
thought that they would steal AirPods from each other, being as their
No,
brothers
you
and
weren't.
everything. But unfortunately, it seems that Jacob has stormed off and now exiting the scene.
Okay. Are we 45 minutes? Dude, we would keep this thing we're 45 minutes in. All right, block
Gabe,
schedules.
I
block
just
schedules.
shoutcasted your argument with your brother.
I know. I was hearing all of it. All right, block schedules. This is also important. If you guys, we probably should have said block schedules before we went on that massive rant, because people aren't going to be here for this, and this is probably.
No, you
important
guys
as fuck.
needed that 15-minute cooldown after
Yeah,
what we
you
talked
guys,
about.
You guys needed. Get your shit together, bro.
On
Deadass.
God,
No
what
backing.
Jacob said, you know.
Block schedules though. Block schedules. Okay, so basically we're only gonna talk about this once, and you're gonna have to find it, and we're not gonna reference block schedules again or explain it. So you're gonna have to find it miraculously, and we'll reveal that it's in episode 5 somewhere. But if you
Yeah,
made it
on
to right here,
episode
good
like
job.
600, we'll say it's in an episode with the number 5 in it, and like you
Yeah,
guys will have to
yeah.
go through all of them. And if you get to here,
Yeah.
fuck you. Should have
Yeah, if you
watched
get
it
to here-
already. You know, should have watched it
If you
from the
get to here,
beginning.
congratulations. If you found it in this exact spot, congratulations. But yeah, so block schedules. Basically, what block schedules are is a proven method or formula to create consistency throughout your gameplay, pretty much. So an average player would probably play around 10 to I would play around 6 to 7 games, and he would start his day really, really good, and over time he'd progressively lose focus, therefore play bad, right? Because you know what I mean. If you're not playing with a high intensity, high focus, you're not going to be playing well. So when you're playing in this block schedule, when you're playing in this other schedule that you do, you just play 6 or 7 hours a day, and you're just hardcore grinding games. You're progressively going to start. Your games are going to become coin flip over time because you're not focusing as much as you would, right? But for block schedules, it's completely different. Block schedules, you dedicate your time, effort, focus, and eliminate distractions when you're doing the block schedules. So you'll say 2 games is 1 block. 2 more games is 2 blocks. 3 more games is 3 blocks. So 2 games of 3 blocks for the day, right? So let's say you play 2 to 3 games, and what you're gonna do, what makes these blocks so significant, is you play 2 games, you take a 30-minute to 15-minute break, and then you come refreshed, mentally cleared, and ready to learn in the next 2 other games. And make sure you're VOD reviewing, or make sure you're recording through all of them.
That's
And then you go on your last block, and at the end of the day, you go through and you watch the film and you see what you did wrong, and that's the end of your blocks. That's the time you dedicate to playing Valorant.
That's
And that's
one of
gonna-
the
it's gonna
biggest reasons. That's one of the biggest reasons that I went from I climbed so quickly. And I
Right,
got out of
and
that
me too
hard
as
stuck
well. Going from silver
mentality.
3 to platinum 3. Or no, I wouldn't say so. Well, it's a bigger flex for me to say silver 3. I placed silver 3 and then got up to platinum instantly. But I'm saying like I went from platinum 3 to immortal. So that's what helped me. Is just like if you play in a block schedule, it's kind of like playing till you lose. Like if you lose, it's basically like playing or like stop if you lose. It's like that mentality, but it's like block schedules are actually like meant to create a
help
higher
you.
intensity, right? And they're supposed to teach you guys as well as like that's the VOD viewpoint premise at the end of the block schedules. But once again, just separate your block schedules. Or no, make sure your block schedules fit around your routine because it's actually
And they
works
work
for
around
literally
every
anybody.
single schedule ever.
Any
Literally
schedule. 'Cause you could
challenge
do
us.
2
Find
games
me
a
a
day. You could
schedule.
do 1 game
Find
of
me a
1
schedule,
block.
you know?
You could do 3 games of 1 block. You could do 1 game of 3 blocks. You could do 3 games of 6 blocks. Whatever you want. Like it doesn't even matter.
Literally find me any schedule and I'll figure a way to work it to make the blocks work around it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
that easy.
And that's so yeah, block schedules. If you guys found it, lucky for you. We talked about it for a couple minutes, but yeah, block
Yeah,
schedules
Gabe.
are a P. We'll always bring it up. Learning objectives on block schedules are literally the 2 most important things to climbing. They will get you the ranks you want, no matter what. So if you hear the word
And
block schedule,
actually,
learning
this
objectives-
isn't like that bullshit you hear on TikTok. Like, oh, this got me this rank. No, this is serious. Like, this actually worked, and we're living proof.
yeah. If you want to stop by our Discord, I will literally explain to you how it works.
Literally.
Like for free, I will explain to you why it works and how it works, and you know what I mean. You could ask me questions.
First,
Stop by our
first
Discord.
serve though. First 5 people
first
only.
comes- yeah, first 5 people only. That us. Actually, first 5 people. I'll start charging after that. That us.
Swear to God.
But hopefully, like in 6 years' time, hopefully our link does the links work forever? Because if the Discord links work forever, drop the Discord link in our server, Mamba Mentality, and then just leave it there, bro.
I don't
And
think-
I want
no,
people
I
to
don't think
randomly
so.
join. Because I want a random viewer. If you're a random viewer right now, join our Discord, bro. Oh shit, my grandma's calling me. Hold on, let's have a conversation with my grandma real quick.
There's no way.
What's up, grandma?
Morning.
Good morning.
What you up
You
to?
love procrastinating.
Just talking, like,
Your mom awake?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. She was gonna meet us at the bowling alley. I'm taking the kids bowling, and if you want to go bowling, you can go bowling too.
Ooh, I'm down.
And I also,
Whoa.
I got
Sure,
you some
Sue.
salami and cheese.
So okay.
So I'm gonna put the salami and cheese in my cooler with some ice, so it'll make it till after we're done bowling.
Awesome sauce.
Tell your mom that we'll be at the bowling alley at 10.
Okay, is Jacob home? Jacob's home too. Is this cool if he comes?
Yeah.
All right, cool beans.
All right.
All right, love you, grandma.
Love you too.
Bye. Let's go. We're going bowling.
You really
Okay,
love
10 minutes.
putting your
got
fingers
10
on
minutes.
balls, huh, Gabe? What?
I love putting my fingers in balls. Here on the
What?
ACOC podcast, we love balls.
True?
What?
No,
Anywho.
balls like Ball of TW. That guy's an insane
Oh yeah,
analyst,
ball
bro.
TW. All right, we got 10
We
minutes.
call him balls
How do we
because
get
we're on a first name
stretch
basis
10
with him.
minutes? How do we stretch 10 minutes? It's about to be an hour.
Here's
It's like
10
it's more like
minutes of
13
Alaskan
minutes.
throat singing. Imagine. For 10 minutes.
You imagine? Oh,
Dude, that'd be
shit,
so
dude.
good. That'd be so good.
All right. Let's talk about future. Oh, let's keep you updated on the journey. So above is currently hardstuck plat.
Not hard stuck. I am improving. It's just
it's just not visible. It's the visual indicators. We're not see what I'm saying? We're not focused on the visual
See,
indicators.
I
Above
literally am
knows he's
improving. I can tell because I'm playing against washed up immortals, and I was, Diamond 1. So Diamond 1 is a long way from washed up immortals. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, I am improving, and I'm not gonna take it any other way other than I'm improving. And it's not like they could be getting worse or anything. It's not like they could be playing on a tilt or fucking.
I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with y'all. My journey is low key horrendous right now. I've been low key trolling all my games, and I haven't played like literally.
Cut
I've
to his
literally probably
career.
only put in plus 40 games, plus 40 to like 60 games in this act, and it's
And-
episode 4, act
And
1
there's
right now.
like there's like a couple days left. There's like what, 10 days
There's like
left?
6-7 days left. Yeah,
Yeah.
6-7 days left. And I just now hit Immortal, and there's 6-7 days left. So I need to hit
And
Immortal 3, which is my goal.
Personally,
Um,
I also haven't been putting in as many games this act, which I thought I put in a lot more. But last act I put in 50 more games. So
Yeah, we've been slumping, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
but real good thing we started the podcast. So now we have the podcast, we have the content, we have the streaming every day. You know what I'm saying? We are on the grind, just not as good as it could be.
100%.
And we're gonna use
But,
that excuse to its fucking death.
We're gonna use that excuse to its fullest. Hopefully, you guys can understand that we're trying our hardest.
And
No,
if
we're
you
not, but
can't,
hopefully
you're
you can
watching a
understand.
fucking video about how to improve instead of going and improving, you fucking moron.
Don't get the viewers to click off the video. Actually, you probably already clicked off by now. You're literally just hearing us trying to
Yeah.
make room for 10 minutes at this point.
Yo,
You're
how-
literally just trying to
how
hear
much
us make
longer?
for 10 minutes. How much longer? 8 minutes. God damn.
All right. Yo,
what
Gabe.
should we do?
Yo, Gabe. I'm playing a game of Balloons Tower Defense.
Actually, just be dead silent. You just hear balloons tower defense the whole 10 minutes. Actually do that. Actually do that. Let's just troll. I'm gonna aim train for the next 8 minutes.
We're so stupid.
No, just keep it running.
Holy
Keep it
fuck.
running for the next hour.
And you guys aren't gonna know shit because I'm putting a screen over it. Dude, if anyone makes it to this point, if any one of you fucking people make it to this point, I'll shout you out on Twitter, I swear to God. I
Dude,
swear to God.
please,
At
please.
me on a tweet
Put-
of us doing
no,
this.
You gotta put banana bunch in the comments.
In the
I
comments?
swear to
Yeah,
God,
drop your Twitter and say Banana Bunch,
drop
bro.
your Twitter, Banana Bunch. You would be the coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Dude, I swear to God, we'll
we'll
put you on the podcast next.
Yeah,
next
dude,
interview.
like that'd be sick if somebody actually goes like, no shot, one person is actually gonna go by and put banana.
Like, I
Bunch.
don't care if you're on here for the podcast for 3 minutes and then you dip just to promote your socials or some shit. Literally do this, please.
Yeah, please, bro. If you're like 6 years down into the future, bro, and you're watching this, bro, still
Remind us. Shoot us a
Just put
fucking. I
banana
don't know.
Bunch.
Hit us up on Google Plus, bro, if you have to. Like,
That'd be fucking legendary.
if you hit us up on Google Plus with this, oh my God. These guys' fucking eco strats suck. Oh yeah, if you have made it to this point, our podcasts are not normally like this, so
Very true. You gotta, give them a reminder for that. Our podcasts are actually good.
actually good. This is just a troll one, essentially. It's not our fault.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about getting out of a
The
slump. What do you want
spirits
us
of
to
the
do?
forest awaken.
Yeah, oh god. We could have made the video shorter, but like, nah, gotta hit that 1 hour, you know?
100%. I'm not gonna settle for less. Fuck, it's just gotta be an hour long.
It's not like they're gonna know anyway, so it's fine.
Should we put on some lobby music?
Dude,
Some elevator music?
no, we should just put on elevator sounds instead of the music.
Oh, we got a new score on Six Shot.
Dude, that's sick, bro. I'm listening to an elevator close right now. Dude, I'm so serious.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta take off.
I swear to God, this wasn't on purpose. That's all I'm saying. We did not mean to. their throat like this, but you know, every podcast has been getting a little better, and this is honestly just the best one yet. So. Yeah, I fucking shit on that guy, by the way.
Nature prevails.
Now you guys are gonna listen to me call Gabe and tell him that we gotta that I'm ending the podcast. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot of work.
All right.
Gabe, how's the timer looking?
Time to check if we are at the timer yet.
How's the timer looking, Gabe? Let me know.
58.
Bro, we really gonna have to talk for 2 more minutes? Holy shit.
No.
All right, Gabe, how's the weather?
Pretty good.
How good is it really?
Shitty.
You know I won my game already?
Jeez.
Dude, but these elevator sounds go hard. We're on the elevator trip up right now.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, we should probably do like a 1.5-minute outro, so that, like fully normal though, so that like people who skip here, they don't know, you know. It's only for the knowers. It's only for the knowers. You be ready? Outro. Oh shit! Hold on. Gotta what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Vanity streaming. Gotta pop in there for a second.
Last player standing.
You're watching Vanity stream? They can hear the audio?
Yeah.
There it is.
Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Good reposition, good movement.
Let's hop into Vanity stream real quick.
I played a lot.
Look at this guy, bro. He's playing with Boompa. Boba.
Tap straight
Boba.
to his ass.
I don't think I've played that guy in
Boba.
Yeah.
6 months.
They played B. The chamber played.
Dude, the people who skip to the end are gonna be so fucking
Okay, knife for
confused.
close. Over there, sight.
That's what makes it funnier.
I will suck stairs. I'm putting stars down in pre-round. Okay.
Keep up.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it shows up. You taught me that.
He's playing with Boompa.
Jet's close. Jet's close. It is Jet. Bucky.
Fortnite.
Where's my Jet not in front of me? Hello? Can you entry, dumbass? What's on site?
Duo bum pussy.
Fucking motherfucker.
Look at the chat.
I saw.
Oh.
Classic.
Dude, Vanity is fucking dumb, bro. You know that's his Twitter name.
Boompa's
Are you
nuts.
smoking your CT jet?
What?
Oh, it fuck. I have to pull it back.
Baby the Bucky.
His name is Bum
That's
Pussy?
Yeah, on Twitter. Wait, the Prime Bucky reload is sick.
Remaining.
The fuck?
Ooh.
Gabe, is it time yet? Jeez, it's almost been a Valorant round.
Hold on.
Sheesh. Fuck.
Oh, Deagle.
Gun here.
What has it been, Gabe?
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
We're not there yet.
The Bucky.
How much time, Gabe?
Because you'd have to extend the intro.
Oh shit, you're right.
Buy a rifle. And kill
Fuck.
them all.
We have to wait.
You have knives next round.
Like I'd say 105 is like guaranteed.
No, we'll just upload it raw.
You can just buy a
No, just
rifle.
buy a rifle.
Yeah, you have knives next round. You have knives next round. Yeah, either way.
I just really what you said. My fault.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in case.
I'll knife here.
Are you actually gonna upload it
I'm
raw?
putting a star
You can
here
start
so
it
we
right
can
now,
swing
it's
through
coming
this one
through.
weapon.
Dude, I'm down.
Nothing close.
All right, guys, this has been the worst podcast on YouTube. Thanks for listening. Dude, Vanity's doing
Yep.
lineups, so what the fuck?
Wait, was that the outro?
No, this is.
Okay.
Bye.
Wait, did you? Did you end it?